Hello sports card fans, wrestling investors, and wrestling card nuts. This is Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some news, and I'm also opening up 3 envelopes from my mailbag. Enjoy.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
If this is your first time watching a CollectAWrestlePalooza video, welcome and thank you for clicking. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for the support. This channel features 80s and 90s pop culture with a focus on all things wrestling, from cards to action figures to VHS, with other memorabilia mixed in just for fun. Today I'm going to be opening up 3 envelopes from my bench, as I stated. If you've never watched this channel before, what I do is I collect a stack of envelopes and then I open them on camera without knowing what's inside, to make it like Christmas. So I have my tiny scissors today for good luck. But before we get to opening, I'm going to start with some news. First news is I've just listed on my eBay channel CollectAWrestlePalooza high quality keychains, and I'm not making any money on these. They cost me about $20 landed to buy. I think I have them on my eBay store for $25, and with eBay fees and all that, I'm going to break even. But I wanted to spread the word about wrestling cards and collecting, and show your support for wrestling and all things collecting. Just thought it was kind of nice. Also, these are very high quality. You can see they're heavy. They're going to look attractive on your house keys or your car keys or what have you. If you are interested in those, again, visit CollectAWrestlePalooza on eBay. Second bit of news, I am going to be featured on cardboard. I'm incredibly excited about this. I have mentioned it in previous videos, so bear with me if you've already heard this news, but one of the most prominent card collectors is making a set of cards about wrestling collectors, and they decided to feature CollectAWrestlePalooza as one of the entrants in the collection. I'm thrilled. I've seen the prototype. It looks awesome. Can't wait to see that. So let's get to the opening. I'm going to start with my standard envelope because I think I know what's inside of this one. It landed recently. I mostly buy slabbed cards, so when I buy raw cards, it's a little bit easier to ascertain what's inside of the envelope before I open it. Nope, it's not what I thought it was, but still pretty cool regardless. One of the superstars I do collect is Abdullah the Butcher. And another one that I collect, just because he looks a lot like Abdullah the Butcher, or I should say they look a lot like Abdullah the Butcher, is the Headhunters. They made a run in ECW. They made a run in Japan. I'm not going to take the blue tape off, but you can see they're 2 gigantic superstars. And a fun fact about the Headhunters is they were actually in one of the WWF Royal Rumbles. It was really their only appearance. They came in and squashed a couple opponents on one of the Superstars or Raw tapings, and then they had an entrance on the Royal Rumble. They came in as the SWAT team. They did their moonsaults off the top rope, and that was it. Vince McMahon never showed them again, but they're awesome. They're huge. They have some amazing videos on YouTube, some hardcore stuff if you're into that. But just seeing these 2 behemoths sent to the ring and do moonsaults is worth the price of admission alone. Headhunters, this is a New Japan Baseball magazine card. Second envelope here, and this slab is a 1985 O-Pee-Chee WWF Time for a Little Road Work featuring Hulk Hogan. I'm attracted to this card. I do have a number of the 1985 O-Pee-Chee Hulk Hogans. I've been told that this is a Series 2 that only came out from the O-Pee-Chee series, that Topps does not have an equivalent. If you do know the answer to that, please be sure to leave a comment, but I don't know if there is a Topps equivalent to this card. If there isn't, it makes it arguably even more special because the O-Pee-Chee print runs were a lot less than the Topps print runs, anecdotally, because they were only released in Canada. And I do consider this to be arguably a Hulk Hogan rookie. I know there's that rookie debate. I never use the term rookie card on my eBay listings, but in my videos I'll talk about it for fun. The reason that this could be considered a rookie is because this is the first time that WWF had an officially licensed card set, which is the 1985 Topps / O-Pee-Chee cards. They're beloved in the hobby for that reason. You know, first time there were really prominent wrestling cards out there to the public. And this one in particular is nice because it does feature the USA Hulk Hogan. And when I say that, what I mean is it has the white shirt similar to the USA LJN Hulk Hogan action figure. And then he is standing in front of what could be more American than a red Corvette. And if you notice, the license plate says Hulkster on it, and that's pretty cool too. So 1985 O-Pee-Chee Hulk Hogan. And the last envelope I will be opening today. And another little tip for eBay sellers. If you notice here, they did not seal the inner envelope, and I really like that. Why? Because I'll reuse this. Why not? Save our planet, reduce, reuse, recycle. If you don't have to affix something in your packaging, don't affix it, because the buyer may reuse it, which in this case I certainly will. And this slab is... oh yes! I bought this one because it's a pure graded X slab. And it is Hulk Hogan in one of the classic poses, and I believe this is a 1989. Yeah, it's a 1989 Game Time card, which is one of my picks into the future. I do think the 1989 classic / Game Time cards do have a future in the hobby. When I first started mentioning the 89 Game Times a few months ago, there were very few of them on eBay, and now eBay is saturated with them. What does that mean? Yes, it could mean that prices are coming down and there are more of them out there than people think. However, my view is that the saturation of the market is actually a good thing, because what that means is collectors are actually going back into their 1990 classics and pulling the 89s because they're more special and because they realize that there's a demand and an audience for them. So I see it as actually a way for these to gain momentum as a true category in wrestling cards. So I'm snatching them up because they're still very affordable, and I do believe the print runs are a lot less than the 1990 versions. And furthermore, it's very hard to find pack fresh 89s. What I mean by that is, even if the pack that you're opening says 1989 Game Time, it's probably the 1990 classics inside. So grading, if you can get the 89s in high grades, there probably aren't going to be too many that are submitted to PSA now to get graded into the future, so pop counts could likely stay low. Is that going to happen? No one knows. That's a crystal ball. There may be tons of them in people's closets and pop counts go way up, but I'm taking my chances and I'm buying the 1989 classics. Like I said, this is in the pure graded X slab, which is attractive, and it's in a mint 9 of Hulk Hogan. So thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoy seeing my pickups and also explanation in terms of why I buy what I buy. I like to provide some context to let you know that I'm not just buying things just for the heck of it. I am thinking about my purchases and trying to go about it strategically, both for myself and also for the hobby. And it's a great way to go about it. That way it's win-win, because you're always having fun, right? You're using your mind, you're thinking creatively, you're building your PC, you're building your inventory for your store in a creative way that forms your niche in the hobby. So I think that's a great approach. I hope that other folks do the same. I hope you continue to support CollectAWrestlePalooza. Love making this content, and I love seeing your comments. Have a great week.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.